hell is up, you fucking cunts? I'm going to go ahead and record episode 47 of Resident Bummer. You know, the Fulcrum is back, if you couldn't tell. This is the 48th episode I'm ever going to be releasing. You have to remember, episode 0, it remains. We're like 2 weeks away from the year 2026. That's pretty cool. Health check. I was crying a lot also before recording this one, so I'm pretty, I'm not sad right now, but I might be in a little bit. Clothing check. I've got a Deadpool shirt on and basketball shorts. Clothing, no, I just did the clothing check. Goddamn. Motivation check. Like a 6.5, 7. I do want to go through this as quick as possible, so that means I'm going to have to get into my journal right now on Friday, December 12th. Our first entry is going to be, just actually going to make sure, no, excuse me, this is December 11th, because I went on vacation, the day, I was on vacation the day I was supposed to record last week's, so I had to record that one early. Now I'm back. This is Friday morning technically right now, but Thursday night still to me. I'll just jump right into it. Thursday, December 11th, set 46, day 7, which is, well, not technically true. I mean, it is, I think, because I forgot to journal. It is true. I don't know. I'm just gonna get into it. You know what day it is, so we can continue. 2:30. Wait a minute. Do I? Okay, this is correct. 2:30 a.m. I finish recording, do some light editing, and save the episode. Then I listen to some music and cry. I don't know why, but I'm very, very sad for the rest of the night. I hope it passes before I start my vacation. I decide to get high and play some more Assassin's Creed 4 before I go to bed. I earned it, I guess. 11:25 a.m. I wake up, shit, shave, shower, brush, and edit episode 46. Get it set for upload, and then play some more Assassin's Creed 4. I do start to realize I've hit a little bit of a wall where the gameplay loop is not quite as satisfying anymore. I did swap over to some other games. I very foolishly thought that I would play some Mass Effect 3 and packed my Xbox to bring with me on vacation. Yeah, of course I did. I didn't think I would at first, but I realized I'd probably want it. 2:45 p.m. I got everything packed up and ready to go, and somehow we got my phone cellular plan fixed before we take off for vacation. 10 minutes later, an Uber arrives to our house, and we are on our way to the airport. We arrive and unload our luggage. Then we head through security, put down our stuff, and my bag gets pulled along with my father's bag. They open them up and go through them all, make sure there's no bombs. Of course, we have to check the Xbox every single time I bring it along anywhere. We do get everything sorted out, though, and move past security, find a restaurant, and sit down to eat. At 2:55 p.m., we meet my sister's family in the restaurant. They all sit down to eat as well, and I remember the grilled cheese I got there last time was absolutely dog shit. The pepperoni pizza I ordered this time was totally acceptable. We finish eating and make our way to start boarding. There's a lot of people at the airport, but we make our way to the flight and arrive in Arizona, then grab our rental car and take off. The first time ever going through Whataburger. I get some chicken tenders. We arrive to our Airbnb after that, and I eat a tiny bit of my food. Then I get really tired. For those curious, we are in Phoenix. I head up to my bed and lay down for a couple of hours while listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast. Eventually I drift off and fall asleep. Apparently I cried before I went to bed. I don't remember doing that, but step 47, day 1. This is Friday. I wake up, realize I'm away from home, and I just head right back to bed. Eventually, my mom knocks and asks if I'm okay. She says yep, and my dad also texts and asks if I am okay. At 5:30 p.m., I change into my swim trunks and head down to the pool, dip my toes in, and the pool is really cold. Apparently the heater isn't working, so only the hot tub is really accessible to us. I talk with my family for a while until my sister puts her kid down for a nap. Eventually we keep hanging out, and my nephew walks all the way downstairs by himself. My sister takes him back inside, and I follow, head back up to my bed and relax some more. Lay down and do nothing for a couple of hours. For some reason I'm more okay with it while I'm on vacation, just doing absolutely nothing. 8:50 p.m. Eventually my mom wakes me up, and we're leaving in 5 minutes. Get dressed and head to the car with everyone. We're going to an aquarium. We drive off and make it out to the aquarium. Then we find our way inside. Get to look at some fish, some sharks, some sea lions, some urchins, some anemone, some sea cucumbers, some penguins, some stingrays, some otters as well. There's something very cool about marine biology. You know, it is where all life on Earth started, I think, right? Pretty sure. That's probably where life is going to end. 9:20 p.m. We finish at the aquarium and drive to a strip mall, we eat at a lobster restaurant. I get lobster mac and cheese. Eventually I just pick the lobster out and give that to my mom. It's okay, but I do just prefer the mac and cheese by itself. I wish I enjoyed lobster more. Crab grows old pretty quickly after I start eating it, same with lobster. Then we go and grab some ice cream and walk back to the car. I do start shivering because I'm pretty damn cold. I'm thinking about how nice the hot tub will feel, but I don't think I actually get in the hot tub. We drive back to the Airbnb, I unload and get inside with my sister's husband leaves to get some groceries and a birthday cake for my sister, and I head to my room and lay down and cry some more, I guess. Good lord. Then I hop on my phone and watch a YouTube video by a YouTuber named Woody. Woody is a sexy beast, I guess. He talks about a bunch of... I remember this. A bunch of unique enemies in the Halo campaigns. It was alright. In my journal it said it was cool, but I don't know, I feel like if I went and watched it a second time, I'd be like, what's going on? Anyways, finish up the video, and I can't figure out what to do next, so I update my journal. I'm assuming I go to bed after that. Moving on now, set 47, day 2, 2:25 p.m. I wake up, lay in the bed for a while, and I get a knock at the door. Mom asks if I'm doing okay. Again, I say yep, and I get dressed for the drive. I forget all of my jewelry, though. I brought it on the trip to wear it, but of course I forgot. I head down to the car and pile in with everybody else. We drive for an hour or so north until we find a Carl's Jr. to park at and stretch our legs. I use the bathroom with some of the others. My mom gets an ice water and a cup of ice cream, but we can't decide on what to eat. We drive a little bit further over to a Chipotle, which is what we finally decide on. We head in and get our food ordered, and I grab a burrito with chicken and cheese. At 4:50 p.m. we eat and drive further towards our destination. Then we arrive. I do text with Penny throughout the trip. She listened to the last episode, so she was obviously a little concerned. I can't even... Honestly, I'm trying to remember most of that episode. I pretty much delete them from my brain now after I record them, which is interesting, I guess, because I realize that they're always there for me to go back to. Oh, by the way, this is a good time to mention. I'm assuming I've brought this up sometime before, but man, I'm not looking forward to sitting down and forcing myself to listen to every single another flub. Every single second, of like the first 8 episodes. I'm sure it's even bad after that, but I hope after that point I would have gotten a bit of a handle on it. I feel like now, I don't know, it's still not good, but yeah, we're doing it. And we're still doing it, which is crazy. Yeah, I get that burrito. Moving on, to the vacation. 4:50 p.m., we eat and drive further towards our destination. I already said this. Text with Penny, I tell her that I've been sad because she listened to the last episode. I sent her some pictures once we arrive, and we start walking around the trail. I found a broken dog collar tag. I totally forgot. For some reason I wanted to bring that back, but I didn't, and it's a good thing I didn't. I would have thrown it away by now. We also found some bones while we were walking around. They looked like vertebrae. They were pretty cool to witness. They might have been like a boar's spine or something. But sent a pic to Penny, and a match that I made a while ago, since last Sunday at least. Her name, we're going to call her Mally, Mally. We get to talking quite a bit after I try to think of a conversation to start. After we leave the trail, we walk around looking for clothes and collectibles to buy for our trip home, to remember the trip by. We go through some shops and everyone finds something to take back home. I got a light hoodie / shirt hoodie, if you've ever seen one of those. I have an unnatural attraction to that type of clothing. But we do head back to the Airbnb. I take a dip in the hot tub, which is a big mistake apparently. Yeah, this was not fun coming up here. Almost immediately, my left eardrum fills up with water, and it just, it feels terrible. I try shaking it out for like 10 or 15 minutes, but it's stuck in there, And, Mom grabs me some alcohol to drink while I'm sitting in the hot tub. I drink that, and then I get I start getting really angry that my ears is just filled with water. I ask for a Q-tip, which is not a good idea. I do stick the Q-tip into the ear that is being affected by water, and there's absolutely no resistance. Like when I do just at some point I go straight through my eardrum. I perforate that shit like crazy. There was absolutely no sensory indication that I was getting anywhere near my eardrum. I just started, it was, especially because my hearing wasn't great while it was filled with water. I couldn't hear exactly what was going on, but it felt very wet and very squishy. Oh, and I just thinking about it right now, it's what was I doing? It really wasn't painful though. That's my thing. I figured my ear was going to tell me when I was getting too far in. I guess I was just being retarded. I don't know. I drink some more alcohol throughout the night though, and I get pretty drunk and take a shower before I head to bed. I almost throw up, but I do not, which is nice. Tonight is the night that I start watching Red vs. Blue before I fall asleep. I think I start on season 2, just because season 1 I have it pretty far down now. I don't need to rewatch it. I've tried restarting Red vs. Blue over the past, before I started up this fucking podcast, apparently. I don't think I've ever talked about it on here, but it is a show that I have tried starting up over the past couple of years a few times. And I finally broke through. There's it takes a while to get really good. I'm not gonna lie. There are some good jokes in the first few seasons, but it does take a while for it to get very, very interesting. Let's see. I guess we're moving on. I went to bed after starting Red vs. Blue, so we're moving on to set 47, day 3, 11:55 a.m. I wake up, I really need to poop. I take a dump, and it's like a radioactive shade of green. It's like bright green. Oh my god, I immediately get in the shower afterwards. I felt like I was going to throw up again. But I did not throw up, thankfully, again. It was a pleasant showering experience after that, and I head back to my bed. I fall asleep for a little bit longer, and then I wake up and scroll my phone until 12:40 p.m. at some point to see that there's some blood on my pillowcase from my ear, which is unfortunate. God damn it. I started to freak out about my hearing loss that I'm assuming is not permanent at all, really. I just want to have happy, healthy years until I'm like 40. I feel like that's not too much to ask. My ears are fragile, it feels like. Man, I was freaking out. 5:05 p.m. Eventually, we have pizza delivered to the house. The pepperoni is pretty dang tasty. Once I finish my slices, I head back to my room, watch some more RVB, which is Red vs. Blue, if you don't know. I finished seasons 2 and 3. I'm going through season 4 now, or not now, but after that. A few episodes from the finale while I'm updating the journal. Also, I forgot to mention that Desmond and Michael invited me to gamies last night, but they ended up staying on Call of Duty and never getting on Ultimate Chicken Horse. I feel betrayed. Anyways, I went to bed after that, and moving on to set 47, day 4, I have a question mark for this entry. I wake up, I shower and brush my teeth, and then pack my shit up to get on the road. But I watch season 6 of Red vs. Blue while I pack. Then I pack my Xbox last. I head downstairs, get my shit in the car, and we drive out to the airport. Make a few stops on the way. My ear still fucking blows. I hope the doctor says something to give me some hope. I get to the airport and we get ourselves to the right place at the right time. I board the plane and I'm accidentally drop my jacket on someone as I'm walking to my seat. I do apologize and continue on and hope that nobody recognizes my face. Finally get to my seat and get my bags in the overhead bin. I do listen to the RT podcast on the way home. My nephew decided to crawl all over me during the flight. That was awesome. We land a couple of hours later and make our way out of the airport, catch an Uber, and he drops us off across the street. So we have to walk through some snow. Son of a bitch. He also slowed down way too slow on the snow and skidded to a stop in the middle of our street. I do message Penny and say that we can watch some Community in a little bit, and she says that's cool. I was not expecting that. Immediately after I got back home, she's down, and I was like, hell yeah. I don't have anything better to do tonight other than I was just going to watch more Red vs. Blue, which I want to take my time with. It's a good show. My parents ask me what I want for dinner, like immediately after I ask Penny if she wants to watch Community. I say that we should order pizza, and I get that ordered, but I do say that I need to watch a show up in my room with a friend. I pay for the pizza, though, and my dad goes to pick it up because I'm unavailable. And then it arrives during our viewing of Season 6, Episode 2. I grab some after that episode's done. I schedule an appointment with a doctor tomorrow to look at my ear. We finish the Prisoners Entering Greendale episode. Penny heads to bed after that one. She hopes that I'm doing better. I think that I am, but the weird thing is, she's like, I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially she's like, well, I hope you start feeling better. I'm gonna hop off now. Good night. And then disconnect, and then maybe like 10 or 15 minutes later, I'm just, I don't know, crying again, I guess, is what it, according to my journal. I do remember this vaguely, though. I guess an hour after we finish the episode. That's not so bad, then. I play some more Assassin's Creed 4 until I realize I'm probably done playing it. I also try playing Assassin's Creed Rogue, but immediately as I load it up, I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep playing this, so I stop. I see that there's a new Ultimate animal game, though, like Ultimate Chicken Horse, but this one is Ultimate Raccoon something, or I can't remember, but it's about bike racing through an obstacle course, which should be pretty fun. I tell Michael and Desmond about that, and then I jerk off and keep watching Red vs. Blue before going to bed. How cool. Set 47, day 5, Tuesday, December 16th. Not at 5, I wake up, get ready for my doctor's appointment, and watch a little bit of Red vs. Blue until it's time to take off. I started my car so that the ice was melted and drive to the doctor's office. 3:55 p.m. I check in and wait to be escorted by the nurse. They take me to the exam room, and then the doctor comes in. Wait a few minutes. I explain the situation to him. He checks my ear out. The left one is 100% perforated, or as the doctor put it, perfed. He looks in the right ear and sees a bunch of compacted wax. He says he will flush it out. He leaves, and then another nurse enters. She squirts some fluid into my ear, lets it sit for a few minutes, and begins flushing my ear with warm water. It's pretty darn loud, but it feels really good. What a sensitive and weird part of the body. My ear clitoris gets mega tingles from the water rushing past it. Eventually, it comes unstuck. The wax, there's 3 sizable black chunks of wax sitting in the pan. I get up and take a picture of it. Apparently they've been compacted in there for a while. The doctor walks in while I'm taking the photo, which is awesome. He takes one final look and gets a prescription set for me to pick up. Leave to go to my house and start watching some more Red vs. Blue. When I get there, I download Hogwarts Legacy and some other games. I do play Wobbly Life, which is another game that I downloaded a while ago, until it gets boring, and I swap back to Red vs. Blue until I hop into work. I change and drive in. I have a shorter shift today. I arrive, and I say hi to Ben and Anna. Also, while I'm updating the journal, I had a thought. This is okay. I had a thought while I was updating the journal. What is this, Tuesday? So this podcast sucks, right? Really, sometimes I wish it was better, but I don't know. I feel like some people can produce or edit or release stuff in a very poor manner, or just making a shitty product, essentially. I don't know. Product sounds like a weird word to use. It's a little bit corporate, but I don't want to call this art. It's somewhere in between the definition for art and the definition of product. Minus any description that may include profitability or, professionality, I guess. People make garbage all the time, and they intentionally do so, but sometimes it just works. It's a craft, and I do hope to achieve, I don't know, I hate to even say it, I hope to achieve something like that here, but I do need some consistency, and honestly, I think I need to be funnier. I will keep trying, but damn. I'm not even winging it. Something below, winging it is where I am at. But anyways, Stephanie hasn't been fired. She has been talked to by upper management when I clock into work. Wait, did I already say that? I don't know. I'm at work now, if you didn't realize. She leaves right as I clock in. I talk with Ben. Apparently, she freaked the fuck out on Rich and Pierce. She cut the pizza up wrong, and she can't do it to save her life any time. And Rich, as he's getting screamed at, or after he gets screamed at by Anna, Rich just goes, "If you keep talking to me like that, I'm going to send you home right now." Is what I heard was told. She shut up, and she got back to work after that. Apparently, this bitch fit did not get her fired while I was on vacation, which is unfortunate. Here's hoping her release is soon. Then I finish my shift with Pierce and head home. 8:25 p.m. I load up Hogwarts Legacy and start streaming it. It's actually pretty good. Better than I thought it would be, and I'll have to try it out some more. Then I put some chicken tenders in the air fryer a Dr. Pepper in the fridge and began playing another new game called Routine. I've never heard of it before. I randomly found it on Game Pass and decided to try. Waiting for my food to finish as I play it. The game sucks, by the way. I finished eating my food at some point during the night, and I have no more journal entries. So, that's the end of that day of journal entries. I went to bed at some point, I would assume, and we're moving on to Wednesday, December 17th. Set 46, day 6, 9:05 p.m. I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I play some Hogwarts Legacy before going to work. Stream for an hour or two, and then I get dressed to drive in. I arrive a little bit after that, and I walk in and clock on, say hi to Rich, and start working. We talk about Schedule 1, which is a game where you grow drugs and make drugs, as well as Breaking Bad in the Colombian province, or I don't know if it's country, it's a country, but land of Colombia. There's like a remake of the show Breaking Bad set in that territory of the world. He doesn't know that my manager apparently didn't know that existed, and I told him about it. He's a huge fan of Breaking Bad, so I'm going to give a quick shout out to Gus from the Rooster Teeth podcast for informing. Gotta watch that now. Metastasis? I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's not called Breaking Bad. Work sucks, and I head home at some point. I chill in my room playing a bit of Hogwarts until I ask Penny if she wants to watch some Community. The episode/count description is all wonked out. I thought I screwed up, but the website is displaying the wrong information when you hover over for the description of the episodes. So I resume our watching session on the correct episode. The first episode that we watched this night is Ruffles the Dog, and then we watched through to the Hacker episode. Penny really liked that one, with all the references to older episodes, but she hops off after that, and I keep watching some more Red vs. Blue. I finish Season 9 and start Season 10. Eventually I make some bacon and cheese, some bacon with cheese on top while texting with a match. Let's call this match Shara. We set up a date on Saturday and we call it cool, and after that I watch more episodes from Season 6 of Community. I want to watch some more Pillar of Garbage. I can't go to sleep without listening to it, so I throw that episode on, then I fall asleep, crawl into bed, and grab some water before I do fall asleep. Moving on though, this is Thursday, December 18th, set 47, day 7, at 2:40 p.m. I wake up, I shit, I shower, I brush, and I start playing some more Hogwarts. Eventually though, I do change and drive into work. Anna pisses me off immediately as I get into work. I head into the kitchen and I vent to Pierce about Anna being a dumbass. He agrees. I also do want to say, I don't know, it sucks being this negative towards another person, but man, after 5 years of working with Anna, it's like I'm so over it. I've tried to be nice for a few years, and then after that didn't work, it got old quick. Yeah. Eventually, I get cooking, and both of them leave. Pierce and Anna leave. Ben shows up shortly after. I am in a terrible fucking mood today for some reason. Even the nice customers are pissing me off throughout work. At 4:40 p.m., I hop on my break and update my journal while I am on it. Shara and I text while I'm at work. She isn't going to be easy, but I am up for a challenge. Don't worry about that. I hate how impatient I am. I never really let it show while texting or, communicating mostly, but, damn. Really, oh god, this is not a good look. Dude, it's in my journal. I have to say it. It's in my journal. For some reason, I just want to have sex 24/7. It is so much more enjoyable when you orgasm without touching your penis. It's awesome. I don't know. It just feels better. And, well, a lot of it is dependent on how excited you are. And if you have a really pretty girl sitting there and doing all of the work for you, that's the best. And obviously, I'm not just gonna sit there and take all day. I can give, all right, but both ends of the equation are fun. Let's say that, giving and taking. I need to get off of this topic, by the way. I guess I can't, because I have more stuff to talk about in my journal. My next entry is, I do need to chill on all the fucking, though. Definitely not the safest practice, and, yeah, fucking a new stranger every other month isn't, well, it's every other week, if it were up to me, but I think the average at this point is maybe once every 3 weeks, but not that consistently. It's spaced out a little more unevenly. 12 a.m. though. Oh, excuse me. I don't think that was the right spot to jump to. 10:45 p.m. I clock off and get home. Then I flip on some more Hogwarts and play a little bit more. Eventually, I ask Penny if she's available for community tonight. She says no. 12 a.m. I'm updating the journal still here. She said that she had a pretty rough day and asks if she can talk about it with me. I'm sitting over here. I'm like, dang it. I thought we were to the point where she could just dump that on me out of nowhere. I don't mind. I don't know if she has made it this far into the episode, but you can say whatever you want, Penny. I really mean it. Whatever the fuck you want. I will try to listen and reply whenever I get the chance. I do spend a lot of time crying while playing a little bit of Hogwarts in between. It's a fun game. Me and Penny do talk about my issues, I guess, which I always famously say, it just doesn't work for me. Which I guess I should stop saying at this point. I do need to figure out something soon. I can't think of anything original to say here on this point, though. I went pretty ham in my journal. I was upset. Should I say I suck? Should I say I wish there was an easy way out? Should I say I need more friends? Should I say I need a new job? I need to say all that. Here, though, this is good. I need a life-altering change, but when I try to change, I can't. There's never really any motivation there to change. I can't think of anything I would want to do for fun, much less something I would want to do for a career. And tonight, I decided I won't use email professionally. This is a bit of a tangent I went on here. The next job I start will not be found using email. I will not use email for any type of communications whatsoever in the workplace. It won't allow for this job, won't allow for a scenario in which email will be taken seriously. The only mentions of email will be to discuss how bad email actually is, or how stupid everyone else is for using email to communicate with each other, or how email should be killed and its grave pissed on, with dicks and vaginas. But anyways, I was talking about how much my life sucks, I think. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do to start doing something more than nothing. I guess I can pronounce that inflection wasn't right. I don't know what to do to start doing something more than nothing. That's deep, right? Nice. What a great note to end on. Somebody should kill me yesterday. 12:55 p.m. John responds to a snap, and I almost convince him to watch. Does not work out though. A brand new show that I should rewatch, I guess, called Duralius and Associates. Eventually, I update my journal and start the podcast with a glass of. Where is it? Okay. So there's going to be a bit of a pause here. Maybe I'll just edit that. edit this out in the final cut. Who knows? Stay tuned. But eventually, okay, I am back. Eventually, I don't know where I left off on the last journal entry, so I'm going to start off right here. Eventually, I update my journal and start the podcast with a glass of Foodery and Fare. You fuck asses. I'm sipping on a glass of cranberry juice. This is diet cranberry juice, I guess. It's still good. It's cranberry juice and cherry juice mixed together. But this is another Foodery and Fare episode of the podcast. I'm going to, I guess, take a sip or two, hopefully pretty loudly into the mic. I don't know if it showed up. I'll try and get it. Hopefully that was loud enough. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode now. I think I'm not doing outros, but I actually am, I think. This week's rating was like the vacation was fun. Feelings were not. Like a 7 out of 10, I guess. Word count right now is 67,203 words journaled. I didn't bother to look up anything about that number. The last here, I do have to ask everybody currently listening, am I really making a podcast, or am I just jerking off?